Hello everyone. Now this, you're probably wondering what is this? This is Resident Evil Revelations 2. Now I know I said if I was going to do this, I probably would want to play Revelations 1 first. However, having said that, I'm not going to be doing the campaign today. I'm going to be, because I didn't really know what to play, and I didn't really want to do Revelations 1. I figured, you know what, I want to play a little bit of raid mode, so I might as well introduce. For those who are not familiar with raid mode, it's kind of a solo slash co-op online arcadey RPG fun thing. Anyway, it'd be a lot faster to show it than it would be to explain it, so I'll do it both at the same time. As you can see there, you do have gold. You also have some blue and red icons. I'm not sure what they do, except I think they res you if you die. I have died once, and I didn't use it, because it, honestly, I just kind of freeloaded that one map, because I got one-shot by something stupid, by my own doing, no less. And, to be fair, I was testing out a mechanic, and I was like, wow, this is unique. Turns out it wasn't so unique, I was just kind of a dummy. Anyway, you start off, actually to begin with, you cannot access this from the get-go. Come to find out, you technically can, but not completely. To start with, raid mode, normally you have to complete either the first level of campaign, or you can just quit and then go back to the main menu you just saw me start at. And then you can play raid mode without doing the first level. Anyway, this is the first thing you'll see. You have to go over here to pick up a character, whichever one you want to use. You can see which ones I've used the most. I believe there is a skill inheriting system where, for example, if you have a character that has a skill that only they can learn, technically, or rather first, you max that out to max level, which is 20, which that's not a unique one, max health up. And I think you can inherit it onto other characters, so there is incentive to level up different characters, even if you may not like them. I'm only using Barry, pretty much so I can unlock his 40 completion. I think I'm 32 completion medals into the 40, so I'm almost there. But for today, we're going to not be using Barry, because I want to level up Claire some more. If you're wondering what that blue thing is, I think that's the equivalent of Rested XP in World of Warcraft. I think it's actually called Rested EXP, so the longer you don't use a character, the more you'll gain XP when you do use them. I think it's only for the one level, so it's only like a free level, essentially, for her. But I'm going to be using Claire today, because I want to eventually get the shield skill, so I can inherit it onto someone else. How very like you, Bark. Very defensive. Yep. You got it, baby. For those who are curious, Handgun Master, I don't care about that in the least because I don't like handguns. Because I can't aim. You kind of need to be able to aim a little bit when you're using one of those. Sounds simple enough? It is pretty well simple. Now, as far as weapons go, you get those after completing a raid thing, and then you get to pick and choose what you do. And if you so desire, I wouldn't recommend doing a whole hell of a lot of it, but it is useful at times. You can decide to upgrade them. I wouldn't upgrade them very far until you get to higher levels, but I have been known to upgrade. For example, my shotgun has a bunch of level 1 parts on it. And no, I hadn't really thought about it when I put on scatter. It wasn't that intelligent. What that basically does, I think it makes it less accurate, but it is easier if you can't aim. And to be fair, if you're using a shotgun, you're pretty close up to begin with. And to be fair, some of those dogs are pretty fast at getting around you, so the spread has saved my and Conceived Sorrow's butt occasionally. I love the shotgun in this game. But anyway, now that that's out of the way, the combined parts, pretty obvious. You get parts for doing things, you can combine them into higher levels. So, for example, if I wanted to, I could turn 2 level 1 damages into a level 2 damage, and so on and so forth. I think there's upgrades to this throughout the game. I only have the base one unlocked. There's a shop here you can purchase either ammo, which you should do. I didn't do that for the first I think like 5 levels. I did not know this existed. You could buy ammo, so I ran out of ammo in like 1/6. I'm sure Conceived Sorrow remembers that. I was walking around knifing. I was like, I'm out of ammo. I didn't know you could buy ammo for the longest, for like the first gauntlet. So anyway, we're going to be going. Oh, there's new daily mission. Those are every day. If you don't know what event missions are, you obviously have never, and I don't blame you because this was an ordeal in of its own self, linking your account to Resident Evil online services. Seriously though, it's worth it because you do get specific challenges. Unfortunately, I'm nowhere near the level restriction to do that. I mean, technically I could, but I don't want to die on camera the first freaking time. So we're going to go on to one of the Yeah, it's one of the other ones. Now, these are medallions. You gain these from essentially not sucking. I believe there's one for completing the mission, one for killing every enemy, one for not using an herb, meaning no healing, and I think there's one for getting all the other ones in one go. Now, since we're level 3, and I wanted... Okay, there's not going to be any challenge if I go to that one. What's this next one? That's level 6. I'm trying to think. I need a sniper rifle if I'm going to do that, because that one was just big, wide open area. Oh, the hell with it. Since it's an easy one, we'll just go with this, just to give you a quick overview of what the game's even like. So, 1-3, I think, is the... Is that the one with the catwalks in the beginning in the city? I don't remember. Anyway, we're going to be using a assault rifle and a shotgun, so let's get going. This will probably be the only video I do on camera, but I just feel like playing this, and I didn't know what to play tonight. I almost made a World of Warcraft Burning Crusade video, but this server I was going to be playing on is crashing a lot. I'll leave that to your imagination what that's on, or what server that is. Anyway, as you can see, the enemies... Oh, this is what I was thinking of. The enemies here in this game mode have different... Well, skills. I think there's 17 or maybe more in total. Not exactly sure. And they really, it really, what's the word? It influences how you move or how you deal with situations, generally speaking. Now, if you like me and you hate the whole really slow reloading thing, there are ways around it. I'm not sure if it's an exploit, but I played Metal Gear Solid, so I don't mind doing this crap. Come on, I should have hit that. It's basically a tactical reload from Metal Gear Solid. You never had a tactical reload in Metal Gear Solid, you need to go play Metal Gear Solid. That's a wonderful game. Essentially, when you see that it's the max thing, just switch to another one, and then you switch back. It goes really fast that way. And as you see, that was froze there. That's because of the ammo I used on that, on my thing. So that your weapon types and your ammo does make a fairly big difference in what you, how the game plays. There's burning, there's electricity, which I think increases the amount of damage they take, like for 5 seconds after it's inflicted, and then there's fire, which obviously burns. Wow. I was gonna say, wow, that did not kill him in one shot. There's ammo crates. There's, of course, this, which is where you get your moves or your parts, what have you. Trying to think of anything else I can throw in here that might give you a heads up if you do want to play this, because it is a fantastic game mode that is on par. I'm not going to say it's better than, but it's on par with Mercenaries, in my opinion. Yeah, you walked right into that. If you kill those things with a headshot, I think that's what spawns those, by the way, so I'm not 100% sure, but it seems like it. As you can see, recoil is not to be screwed with. Recoil is very much a real thing in this. Because recoil just... I mean, it's not... Don't screw with it. It's, or don't make light of it, rather. Wow, that was close, wasn't it? You do have melee. It's not exactly great the higher level you go, and I say that only has like a level 20-something. But it is there, and it is nice to have level... different characters do have different melee, a lot of them. Some of them are just kind of reskins, I'm not going to lie. But Hunks, for example, his finisher is probably my favorite. It's not that effective. It can actually miss a lot more than the others, in my experience. But it is damn nice looking. Cold, calculating, and efficient. Mind you, I don't know the first thing about Hunk's character in the least bit. But I do like Hunk's character so far as skills go, because he does have I think a stealth shield for like 8.5 seconds at level 1. Oh, this brings back memories. Remember this first thing? We were like, where the hell's the rest of them? There's 3 more enemies. We went all the way back through the level and then ran all the way back. All you have to do is this, and then they spawn. Oh, that was funny back in the day. And by back in the day, I mean last week, because I think that's when it was. Now, these guys, I think, are tanks. Generally, you want to use fire or electricity or something, but you can kind of just brute force it in the early levels. And this should be a this should be a full clear right here, because I got all the kills. I didn't use an herb, but you can see how the main gameplay goes. This might seem boring, but if you're like me, it's not at all. It's just good old-fashioned arcadey fun, especially in co-op. It's even better. And of course you get XP, level up, and every time you level up, well, not every time, but as you level up you gain access to new skills and more SP, which you can use to improve or level up the skills you already have. So now that we've gone through the basic gameplay, let's go over the post-hunt gameplay that you might be curious. What should I even do afterwards? Which you're probably not going to, because they're going to spoon feed this to you. But assuming you want to just skip all the tutorials and you're here to watch this to skip them, okay, I'll go over it for you. It's not exactly difficult in the first place. You just go to the jukebox and then choose what you want to evaluate or sell. Generally, I don't sell things unless it's like low-level weapons. I usually keep low-level parts, generally. Unless it's a reload, those are useless. Like, that's useless, I just sell that. And if I didn't sell that, it costs 800 to evaluate it, so there's no sense doing that because I'll never use it. For the record, you can only have, I think, 24 weapons in your stash. So that's kind of at a, weapon space is kind of at a premium. This is, I think, close range, so I definitely want that. You can tell by the illustration. At first, you won't have any idea, but after you play it a while, you'll generally, what is that? I don't know what that is. That might be reload speed. This might be 1,000 gold wasted, but I will see. Nope, that's not. I still wouldn't use that, but at least it's not totally useless. I personally don't mind the recoil. And that's about it. For those who do want to play online, this was a little bit not intuitive, so I'm going to explain this to you. If you have, for example, you want to host, all you have to do is go to matchmaking, go to find a partner, and then hit square to invite a friend. Hit X here, and then you can just, it's very easy, but for the sake of it, let's just show you. Because somebody might just go, whoops, and hit circle here. Well, here. You might go, whoopsie, how do I invite him now? Simple, you go over here, hit square again. Easy enough, right? Yeah. For the record, while you're waiting for someone to come in, you cannot look at the things because you have to have 2 people here to even look at what you can deploy to. So I wouldn't do this until you know you have a co-op session ready and up, ready to go. However, having said that, you can easily end it. It's not a big deal. It doesn't take hardly any time at all. It actually takes less time to end it than it does to do that. And that's my summary of Raid in a nutshell. Now, having said that, I am, of course, only level 22. So, I don't know much yet. I haven't even gotten to the higher ranks yet. But this is from a newbie's perspective, which is probably pretty rare in this day and age, because this game's been out for like 3 years. From what I have seen, the online community, randoms is more than I thought it would be. And that means I've maybe seen 1 person a day when I've looked in randoms. It's pretty dead, but there's more. It is more than 0. That's not a high thing. No, it's not. It's not a high bar, but personally, I'd recommend if you're new to this, get health up. It might sound like a noob trap, but trust me, for the first however the hell long, I mean, I have a tank compared to someone in this level range that doesn't have it. Granted, I think he took more of the evasive stuff, and I took more of that, well, if I get hit, I get hit, because I'm within, punching distance. So I figured I need more of a defensive barrier than picture-perfect gameplay, because we all know I don't do that. We don't do that here. Having said that, I can't wait until I can replace Handgun Master with her for... Don't ever use herb storage unless you just don't care about medallions. Or don't ever use extreme healing unless you don't care about medallions. I'm not sure why they put this in there. Maybe for people who already got the medallions and they just don't care and they want it to be easier. I don't know. Machine pistols. I don't like them. But hey, if you want to use them, I guess that's great. I can't wait to get Magic Pixel's not even that good. I learned the hard way, by the way. Magic Pixel does not stop one-hit KOs. At least from that one enemy type I'm not going to tell you about. It don't stop it. I had it on. Obviously, quick heal, it's a no-no if you want to actually, get stuff like medallions. Shotgun Master I look forward to. With Barry, I think he gets Magnum Master, and good God, I can hold a lot of Magnum shots. I think I hold like 50 Magnum shots already, and it's not even fully upgraded yet. However, having said that, Magnum shots are generally very expensive, so if you rely on them, you're going to drain your gold, but as you can see, gold is not really a problem for me, because I'm a tightwad with my money, so whatever. And as you can no doubt tell, she doesn't get her 3rd active skill until 23, and she doesn't get all this stuff until these respective levels. Now, having said that, For example, Hunk starts with all 4 of his weapon slots completely open. So that is a little bit of an advantage and a little bit of a disadvantage, because I think every ammo drop or those ammo boxes you saw me open, if you have 4 weapons, you have a 1/4 chance of getting the weapon you really need ammo for. As opposed to if you only had 2, you'd be a 50-50 shot on whether you get the one you wanted. So you gain more versatility having more weapons, but you also lose the ability to really get ammo on demand for the one that you want. So you can see the problem there a little bit. I should probably use that because that's actually not that bad, and I have 23 skill points for some reason. Because I thought that was useless until I learned that you can use stealth kills by when you use those. So I'm gonna try and see what Hunk's stealth kill animation is. I've never done that yet. I just was going without it. But yes, the masters essentially up your capacity and your reload speed, which is pointless if you do the tactical reload like I showed you earlier. It's really not hard to do. It might be considered cheap, but I liked it in Metal Gear Solid. I'm going to assume it was intended in this, because they never patched it, and they had plenty of chance to patch it, so I have to assume it was intended. But as you can see, Hunk's weak points are he doesn't get a lot of his other stuff until later. So, yeah, every character has their quirks, every character has what levels they, unlock stuff at. It's really neat, but at the end of the day, if you put in enough time, every single character can do every single thing every other character can do. You're just going to put in shitloads of time because of the inheritance. But if you're willing to do that, every character is essentially the same. But for the majority of your playtime, they're not going to be. So I went on long enough. I've yammered on about pretty much everything, and by the way, yes, there are gestures. I tend to not use them too much, but whatever. So, I will see you all later. I'm going to keep on playing for now, and unlock, what was that thing Hunk needed to unlock? His 3rd passive skill. Do I even have anything to put in there? Yeah, I surely do. Don't know what I'd put in there. Scavengers, crouch power, maybe? I don't usually crouch that often, though. Maybe I'll throw in magic pixel. None of these are that good. Except maybe crouch power. I might have to try and start using that. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you learned something from this, and hopefully I will see you later. Don't get eaten by zombies now. Later.